my first podcast, blog video on my YouTube channel. And no better than, having God's money here.
Yeah.
He's here in town.
Gonna kick it off, huh? Yeah.
He's here in Miami. So, we're gonna talk about mindset, fitness, faith, and just, our journey, where we're coming from, what we're doing out here, and how can we, bring value to the people out there who are really suffering, So, yeah, bro, how about we start with your journey, how you started,
Oh man,
your story.
I feel like I lived like 3 or 4 lives, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I started out, I was always an athlete,
Yeah.
I played baseball, and I was always good. I played Division I ball, Division I baseball athlete, and I played shortstop. I was a walk-on. I don't know if you know what that is, but I literally didn't get recruited or anything. And so when you don't get recruited, usually like you just gotta hang them up. You don't play anymore. That's it. That is done. And I decided that I wanted to walk on and play, and I made the team, and I ended up starting. That's like basically being like a millionaire with abs. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, I went right into construction. So I went from playing Division I ball, playing against all the top schools, USC, UCLA, Stanford, all that type of stuff, to going just being the bottom of the barrel, like, mixing mortar, laying block, laying bricks, just doing hard ass work.
Yeah.
And I did that for 3 years. And then right after that, I opened up my own gym. So he's 24, I'm 35. I started my own gym at 26. And I started construction at 23, But I was around it my whole life, Always, my dad did that for a living, so I was doing construction since I was like 7. You know what I'm saying?
And where's your family from? Mexico?
Yeah. But we're like third generation, bro. I just we're from here. You know what I'm saying? But we're Mexican American Chicano. That's, I don't know if you resonate with that, but Chicanos, basically, you don't fit in with paisas, and you don't fit in with the white people, but we're both, you know what I'm saying, with Chicanos,
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
I don't know if you guys could resonate with that either, but
No, yeah, definitely. Well, where I'm coming from, I'm from El Salvador.
Oh, okay.
So, I grew up around gang members.
Yeah. Salvatrucha?
Yeah. It was 18, M13.
Yeah.
So I didn't, back then El Salvador it was dangerous.
Yeah.
It was dangerous. I didn't have no future. So, it was because my mom, she always wanted me to, go to school, do well. And I went to like a different town, but they were M13, where I was from, they were like 18. So they find out that I was from that town. That's how dangerous it was. I couldn't go back to school just because of that. And then from there, like, they find out, that I was from there. And then they say like, hey, you can't come to school no more. I hear like you're from there. So they kicked me out. They beat me up. And then from there, like, I was like, damn, like, I can't go to school no more. I was so scared. I didn't tell my mom. I was telling her like, hey, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to school. And until later, she found out, and she was like, yeah, like, that's it, because part of my family, they were gangs members.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, bro. And then she was like, that's it, we had to go. She sold everything, like the house, everything, and like...
You guys moved to Cali?
Yeah, we moved to Cali, like, in la frontera, caminando.
Since
El Salvador to America.
Jeez.
Yeah, so I got here when I was 13, and I didn't have like any father figure.
Gotcha.
So when I got here to America, I was always, trying to. I took that like, oh, you know what? Like, I have to step up as a man. But that took me to a different route, because I was just chasing the money. I was trying to make money quick. So that led me to a different direction in life.
Right.
And you know how it is here in America. It's like everyone's, cold. It's you and your own. Yeah. Plus, I didn't have no family. Just my mom, and then from there, that's how everything like went to another route. Trying to invest, trying to use my credit cards, build my credit, trying different things. I couldn't stick to one thing, you know. So and then from there, everything like I was like, hey, I can't find my purpose, you know, like I don't know what route to take. And then from there, everything like that's another part of the story, you know. But that's a little bit of where I'm coming from.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
Yeah. So like for me, I actually only just picked one thing.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, you know, I was trying to have like a lot. It sounds like you were trying to make money in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
For me, I just picked one because I knew that having that kind of like mentality of having, you know, you're in stocks, you're in real estate, you're an online coach, you drive, you know, you do like Uber or whatever, you know, you clean houses, you do side jobs. No one ever becomes a millionaire that way.
Yeah.
And I became a millionaire by picking one route, and that was online coaching, helping people.
Yeah.
Later, if you look at any of multi-millionaires, billionaires, they tell you, yes, later have multiple streams of income. Once you monetize that one stream of income and you make multiple millions on it, then you outsource. And, you know, like let's say if I'm doing online coaching and I'm just getting going, why would I start going into apparel, going into supplements, going into like other things when I haven't even made my first million on online coaching? That's a mistake. You're already diversifying your energy into the wrong places. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's good that you're figuring that out now. You know what I'm saying?
And since, you know, like I didn't have any guidance, you know, I just had to do it, you know, and I believe that that's what made me who I am today, you know, and just looking back and I'm like, yeah, because, you know, when I got here, I was super skinny, short guy. I was so shy. I couldn't even like speak English, bro. That's how I start my self-development journey too.
Yeah.
Because I have to become that man, you know.
Right.
I have to pay mentors, other ones to teach me, you know.
Right.
And then from there, because I didn't have no guidance, and that's the problem nowadays, that much men don't have any guidance. And you know, like you guys, like Wes, Yados, you as a coach are helping other people to guide to the right path, right?
Yep.
So do you have any advice when it comes to like a 14 years old guy, you know, like who's trying to figure out what to do first?
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I'm in a lot of ways, I'm a father figure, a mentor, an uncle, a big brother to a lot of people, because they grew up kind of like you. They didn't have like a father figure.
Yeah.
So on my calls, on my personal development calls, I get to help and mentor people like yourself and other people who are in a position like that, because I do have it together now, you know what I'm saying? But before I didn't, but I hired a coach before that. So like anything that I tell my people, I did it myself. So if I tell you to stop drinking, it's because I stopped drinking. If I tell you to just pick one route and do that, it's because I did it. If I tell you to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning or 3:30 in the morning, it's because I did it. So I think having somebody to listen to that practices what they preach is good. Because a lot of people, like their parents, you know, moms, dads, they'll be like, well, I just want my son or my daughter to change. I'm like, they're not going to change until you change. You keep telling them, but they're not going to listen. You got to be in shape. You got to have money. You got to get up. You got to be the example. Like, why would anybody listen to you if you're not practicing what you're telling them to do? You're not practicing what you preach. So, and they see you every day. They see like their mom and dad every single day. What do you think that they're going to be? They're going to be a version of that.
Yeah.
And so for me, on my calls, on my Instagram, on my stories, on my YouTube, any way that I could get to people, they see, all right, he's waking up, he's hitting a workout, he's eating this way, he doesn't drink, he looks good, he's always elevating, he's getting out of his comfort zone. They can't get away from it, bro. They see it on the Instagram, on YouTube, they see it in person, they see it on the coaching calls, literally all day. Just they can't get away from it, you know.
Nice, bro. And what was that point? You know, like, can you take us where, like, you know, like you hit rock bottom?
Yeah. Yeah, my rock bottom was basically, like I posted a video right now. I'll show the camera real quick. I think this is cool. Was this video right here. So I don't know if you can see that. So you see me working out right there, right? But before I was working out right here, right?
Yeah.
So I was doing this workout so I could go drink at the bar. Yeah. We were getting a pump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so right now we got a pump to do this interview. While I was getting my pump on so I could go like have fun and talk to chicks.
Yeah.
When you do that for 10 years, dude, you're not going to get anywhere. Your life is going to get fucked up. And so I had failed relationships like we all do. You know, you go through breakups and things like that. And the last one that I went through, bro, like I was out of shape. I was skinny fat. I wasn't working out. I didn't feel good. I was low energy, low confidence. And I was with this girl, like it was honestly, like it wasn't even the person's fault. Like literally I was living the wrong life and she was just around me. So that meant we were drinking a lot. Like from the moment we sat down together, boom, what kind of drink do you want? And it's just like when you live years of like that, it gets old, bro. Like you start getting mad at yourself. Yeah. You start fucking getting pissed and being like, what the fuck? Like change your shit. And that led to me getting cheated on. And once I got cheated on, I was like, oh, this is bullshit. Like nobody wants to get cheated on. Like nobody wants to the way that it went down was I hit up the guy that I thought she was cheating on with. And I was like, hey bro, just tell me straight up. And from there, it was like a blessing and a curse. I just shot him a message. He said, yup, that's it. And then from there, it was just like, that's it, Mike. You got to stop drinking. You got to get in shape. You got to be confident. You got to change your life. That was like my rock bottom, but it wasn't even that bad. It was a culmination of like years, bro. Like it wasn't just that one moment. It was 10 years of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so from there, I decided that I was like, I'm going to change. I hired a coach. I hired Wes, and he said, get up early. You know, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there, 5, 4, 3:30 in the morning. Reflect on your regrets. Reflect on all your vices. Reflect on all your poor choices. And I remember just sitting in a chair, and I just threw my hands up and just told God, I was like, I'm tired of doing it my way. I'm tired of like me making the decisions. You make the decisions. I'll just listen. Yeah. Like I just wanted to get out of the way and just be like, I don't even care what you want me to do, God. Like you tell me to be with this girl, I'll be with this girl. You tell me to stop drinking, I'll stop drinking. You tell me to whatever it is, I was down. And from there, I had like this moment where like I felt like God was in the room. I felt like, you know, I felt this Holy Spirit, like God was there giving me strength and comfort. Even though I went through that breakup, my heart was broken. I felt like the worst, you know what I'm saying? I felt that comfort and that strength, and then that's what kept me going. That's what gave me that fuel. And then I went to hit the gym, and then from there, it was just like every day my mentality was don't go back. Just don't drink, wake up on the time that you need to wake up, hit your macros, and go hit a workout. And then do that again tomorrow. And then do that again tomorrow. I've been living that way since 4 years ago. The same mindset. And haven't missed a day since.
Same routine.
And that's why we're in a penthouse right now with the Lambo downstairs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah.
It kind of same happened to me too, because like I told you, I was just starting to, you know, trying different things. And, you know, at one point I was like, that was my last business. I used to do Amazon FBA. So I got myself into that because I was just trying to buy a product and sell it online. And because, you know, I was just doing it, whatever it takes, you know, just to get out of that rat race, whatever. And then it didn't work out, you know, it didn't work out because, you know, I wasn't that person that was gonna be able to make that business work, you know. So I was just asking God, you know, I was like, God, like how, why don't you let me have, you know, like these things, you know where I'm coming from, you know that I have to leave everything so that way I can create a better life, but you're not letting me, obtain that I, that I want, so that way I can provide, because us as a man, we're providers, wanna, give everything to our family. Until Wes says something like, hey, how is that possible that you're praying to God all these things, but the next day, like you're getting drunk, you're wasting your days. How can God trust you with that money that you're asking? And that's when everything clicked. I was like, wow, that changed. That changed right there, bro. And then I just went.
He said the other day he made a post. It was good. He said, you guys are too busy praying instead of training.
Yeah.
You got to train instead of pray. I think you do both, pray and train.
Yeah,
but exactly. Keep going. I just wanted to say that,
So that everything changed, and then I just started, seeing his content, and I told, I went to the gym, got out, and then I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta hire, someone. So, I joined his program, the 750 for 3 months. Yeah. I didn't have money, bro. I just put my credit card again, and then boom, got me right, and then from there, just start doing the good habits, building the good habits. I didn't know where it was gonna take me. Then I saw Jalos, and I remember Jalos long time ago that I like his lifestyle too. Right. But back then he was, like partying too, But I look up to him because he had like that, that lifestyle, house music, all that travel. And then boom, and then I told Jalos, bro. Teach me what are you doing, bro? And
do you feel like you resonated more with Yalos?
Yeah, with Yalos, because he's an immigrant, you know. That's why I went with him.
He speaks Spanish.
Yeah, he speaks Spanish. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, bro. And he's like, yeah, bro, I'm going to have my first mastermind in Vegas. That's when I went. And then boom, 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 again, I put my credit card. Yeah. Again, bro, I got myself into that because I know that I have to invest in myself to get the right info, change my, my mentality and everything. Yeah. So then from there, he gave me the blueprint and everything. I just been, getting wisdom, praying to God to give me wisdom because I want to do the same thing. I want to set the example for others and just for my future family, for my future family, which is the most important thing. And then from there, I was like, yeah, bro, I just want to dedicate my life to this. And then I started doing my online coaching too. Mm-hmm. It's my first year doing it. And then, every day I'm getting just more wisdom, spreading the message out there too.
Absolutely. That's good, man. Just got to keep going. I think what he said, one thing that's really good that he said was that you prayed for wisdom. Yeah. Because a lot of people pray for money, but in reality, you should pray for wisdom and pray that you see the opportunities. Yeah. A lot of people just want money. Yeah. I'm like, you're asking for the wrong thing. Yeah. You should be asking for the brains and the knowledge and the wisdom to see the ideas and the vision that you have to do. I mean, that's what it is. A lot of people are looking at their bank account. They're like, I don't have any money. I'm like, you don't want to look at the bank account. You want to look at what's behind the bank account. You want to look at the core values. What are your core values? What are your habits? What is your self-talk? What is your attitude? But they're too busy. I don't have any money. The economy. I'm like, that's an effect. Mm-hmm. The cause is what got you there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The cause is what created that. You only having $500 in their bank account. There's a reason why. You got to look past that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I started doing. I was like, all right, create your habits, and your habits will create you. So I was like, I want to be a millionaire. Create 7-figure habits. I want to be jacked. I want to have muscles. Well, hit your macros. Create standards for yourself. Just the whole thing. That's the program that we teach.
Yeah, definitely. And that you say, having those core values and principles, that's something that I didn't have either. Yeah. Because, like I said, I didn't have no guidance with no one. So I just came in, because we have that free will, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna do things on my own. And that's the beauty when you connect with God. Like, He's gonna give you your principles, what to do, the guidance that you need. Yeah. And I was always just chasing money, chasing the growth. Back then I used to think like, I don't want to get married, I just want to, do things with girls. And that's how many men, they think that, we
don't have any role models. Yeah. Think about Jados, now he has one chick.
Yeah.
But before that, he had 4 chicks.
Yeah.
And if you look at him and you're like, well, that's how a man should be, then you're gonna chase 4 chicks and you're gonna drink and you're gonna do drugs. And yeah, he looks good and everything, but that's why he changed. So because he knows he's an example for everybody in the world.
Yeah.
You know.
And I just wanna say something to you guys, that when when you come to this path, there's gonna be the spiritual warfares out there, gonna be the devil trying to push you back, because the devil is a liar. He's just trying to talk to you, and just put traps on you. So that way, do you have any advice? How do you deal with that? Or what's your mindset?
If you look at why you're not, so the whole goal of the devil is to compromise your vision. The whole goal of the devil is to steal your eyesight. And your eyesight, I'm not talking about your physical eyesight, I'm talking about your spiritual eyes. That's like you having a vision for your life. So the devil is going to try to distract you with bills, with negative self-talk, with women. Not that women are bad, but just distractions where you're trying to chase money and chase women. It's all just to compromise your eyesight. And so how do you fix that? Is you have to have a strong identity. So if somebody were to walk in this room and be like, all right guys, hey, I want you to drink, slam this vodka, I'd be like, nah, I know who I am. So what I'm trying to say is, if you know who you are, you're not going to be pulled off of your vision, and that's what the devil wants. And so how do you create a strong identity? You have to go into solitude. You have to journal. You have to wake up early. You have to ask yourself, who do I want to be? Who am I called to be? A lot of people have careers, but I don't really care about a career. I care about your calling. What are you being called to be? And that is going to fall right in line with your identity. You know what I'm saying? Your identity, your purpose, your calling, your vision, those are all good questions to ask yourself. And if you can really lock in with those, it doesn't matter if the devil was right here. I'd be like, yeah, cool, chill, hang out right there. I ain't tripping. I already know where I'm going.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know you might not know where you're going. So you'll be easily influenced as to, hey, have this drink or have this pill or, have sex with this girl. I just take it deep where I'm just like, I'm not going to have sex with anybody I don't know who they are and what they're about, because you don't know what kind of spiritual energy that they bring with too. Because you're starting to mix not just physical, I don't know how to say it. You're not just mixing flesh to flesh. You're mixing spirit to spirit, spiritual energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. And there's so many people out there who, they're really, playing with that. But those spirits are real. If you see when you're getting drunk and you see that's not really you. That's the spirit, or another spirit taking over of your body. So that's really dangerous. And there's nowadays there's the culture, go party, go drink, they wanna, but that's the devil's there's so many people that are brainwashed, and the reality is, because that's the whole point of the devil, because he wanna make you confused, he wanna for you to escape from your reality. He don't want you to, have your own thoughts, because you are powerful when you start listening to those thoughts that are coming from the above,
Yeah, that's good, man. Drop the vices. You have to drop drinking, drop the drugs. Then you'll start to be able to hear your conscience. And like Wes says, he says, your conscience is the authentic voice of God. That's God speaking to you. And however you want to think about it, however you want to believe it, your conscience isn't going to steer you wrong. That's what you got to follow.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys, for example, there's so much wisdom when it comes to, just talking to God and, reading the Bible, I don't know, what religion or relationship.
Oh yeah, Christian. I'm not I wear the cross, I'm a Christian, I Like people always say, like, well, I'm not a religious type of person.
Yeah.
I'm more of a spiritual.
Exactly.
I'm both, you know, like I believe in like the principles and like doing it and being spiritual at the same time. You know what I mean? And I'm not afraid to like claim and represent what I represent. Like I don't just believe in any God. You know, I believe in like that's my choice. That's my opinion. I believe in Jesus. I believe in one God, Jesus God, you know, that God. And I really do practice it, you know. I don't know, I'm new to it, but I'm very connected with God at the same time. So like as far as religion and like knowing everything about the Bible, I don't know everything about the Bible. I don't know everything about God. I don't know everything about a lot of stuff. But I know so for me, I just tell people I could show you how I got $1 million, more than $1 million. I could show you how to get ripped. I could show you how to change your life. I could show you how to influence. I just show you exactly what I'm capable of doing, my ability. And every day I'm growing and growing and growing. My finances, my fitness, my spirituality, my faith, grow in all areas. But going back to the spiritual thing, I tell people, look, when you wake up, don't look at your bank account. Don't look at emails. Don't look at social media. You report above. So the first thing that I do is literally just like get on your hands and knees and just like throw your hands up and just say thank you. Like, here we go. Give me my strength for today. Give me my energy. Give me, you know, the wisdom. And it's just more of gratitude. Like, I give you my business. I give you my everything. And then it just frees you, bro. Exactly. Like it's way better that way.
And you know what's crazy? Like I told you this year, you know, because I knew that I was gonna be in this path, and you know, asking God for wisdom. And you know, I grew up. Well, my family was Catholic, and but I never felt God, you know, at church because my self-conscious wasn't like that at work too.
Right.
So then, you know, like when I got here, like I told you, when I got here, I went through all those trials, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with everything. You take care of my life. I want you to guide me, whatever. I'ma just follow you, you know, I'ma just follow you because, you know, we are made by their creator. So we have a purpose, and he gives us that free will, and we already test that free will, you know, we lost, you know. We
went the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now when trying to do it without God.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's how I clicked too. You know, I've been doing all these things without the help of God. When, you know, like this life is not meant for us. We have another life, which is, you know, the afterlife with Him. But that's why, you know, that's how I met God, because I was really asking you, okay, like. Because I'm not the type of guy that, okay, yeah, this is going to be the religion, you know, like follow it, you know. No, I would just start seeking, praying. And then I went to the Christian church. And I just felt in my spirit, bro. I felt in my spirit, like, wow, like this is God. When you feel in your spirit, you know that this is real. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, God, I give my life to you. And it's been 1 year since, you know, I gave my life to Jesus and become a Christian. And just been reading the Bible, and now that I understand, you know, like, wow, like, and that's another thing, you know, like, people think that, you know, like, the Bible and God is a religion. That was back then.
Right.
But now that God knew that, you know, we couldn't do it without Him, He came and He break that. He only want that relationship with you, you know, and you know, that's how I understand everything. I was like, wow, like He only want that relationship with you, and just follow his path, you know, because His path is straight, you know.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be, you know, all love and all that, but He promised us that He's gonna be there with us, you know. Because so many people think like, okay, you're gonna follow God, but you know that path is gonna be hard, and God wants you in that path because He know that He's gonna be with you, and you're gonna know that whatever you're going through, He got it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's like before your level up, you're going to be met with tests.
Yeah.
And God might give you some tests. The world might give you tests. The devil might be the test. It doesn't matter. Because like even with my story, how I said when I was sitting down and I was drinking and I got cheated on, even though that felt like the worst, it was a test. But as I surrendered and threw my hands up, just the act of surrendering and giving up, I felt comfort. So even though the world was down and pushing on my shoulders, I felt strong. Why is that? It wasn't me. It was because I surrendered and I asked for guidance. I asked for strength. And that's all that matters. Like, no matter what you're going through in life, you have bills to pay. You have everything's just crumbling around you. The relationship isn't going right. You just feel weak. That's when you have to surrender and realize that you have to ask God for strength. And if you have that, you'll be able to handle all of those things. The relationship, the finances, you'll find a way. Something will happen where you might get money in the mail. Somebody might call you and say X, Y, or Z. It doesn't even matter about the how. Like, the how never matters. Like, I didn't know how I was going to get here. I didn't know how I was going to get, a supercar. I didn't know how any of this was going to happen. I just lived the path, I just committed.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, that's the first thing, just connect with God, work in your spirit, then, you follow with the habits. So how do you create like a unbreakable mindset?
Man, how do you build an unbreakable mindset? I mean, where do you start? I think it comes from, honestly, like, what breaks people is their self-talk, bro. Is like, they could be doing something. Let's say, this is how simple it is. This is why I think this answer is practical. You'll be like, I gotta go to the gym. And then you'll be like, fuck, I don't want to go to the gym. Fuck, they push it later. I'll go to the gym later. Fuck, man, I'm gonna take a little nap real quick. I'll hit the gym after I do the nap. All that energy is self-talk. All that energy is wasted. If you just would have went to the freaking gym and just got it done, you would have saved yourself like a lot of energy leaks. So what I'm trying to say is that it's poor self-talk. You're not rejecting negative self-talk. So if a negative idea comes in your mind, if you don't reject that idea, you're accepting it. So if you say, hey, I'm fucking fat, I'm short, nobody likes me, I'm not going to amount to anything. If you don't reject those ideas, if you don't reject those thoughts, you're accepting it. And if you accept it, that's creating an identity. And if you create that identity, that's going to be your bank account. That's going to be how you look. So for me, in my mindset, it all stems from me blocking bad thoughts and accepting good thoughts. If I could do that from the moment I wake up, first alarm hits off, I get up. Hit those macros, hit that workout. If I start accepting all the positive thoughts and rejecting the negative ones and do that for years, I mean, you're starting to build a really strong mindset. And obviously going through, like, for me, I haven't missed, bro. Like, that's why I'm one of the top coaches, because I don't miss. A toothache, I still keep going. I'm sick, I keep going. I go through a relationship problem, not the same one, a different relationship, because we always have problems, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still do my daily non-negotiables, I never stop. Yeah. Like, a lot of people just crack. Yeah. I just see it as a test. Yeah. I'm like, oh, is this test gonna break you? I'm like, fuck that, it ain't gonna break me, it's gonna make me, That's what I do.
That's the mindset.
Yeah, that's my mindset. So anything that happens, I'm like, oh, you got 3 hours of sleep? Cool. Let's see what you got. Let's see who you are. Oh, you're sick? Fuck, that would crack all these motherfuckers. That ain't gonna crack me. That's my mindset,
Yeah, that's really powerful. There's many people out there they have that weak minded, because life get on the way. They start listening to that negative self-talk and they're like, fuck, I don't want to do this.
I actually like I like the negative self-talk. I like the challenge of it. As soon as life starts getting a little too easy, that's what happens. That's what happened in my life before. That's what got the comfort led me to being content, being like happy with like living the way I was living. Like, I was just paycheck to paycheck. My body I wasn't that bad, but I was what I was. But now when I have adversity, that's what fucking fuels me. I'm like, fuck yeah, now I have a challenge. Now I can get bring that beast out. When life is too good and we're in the penthouse and we're driving Lambos and, everything's all easy and shit, it's almost worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of like the struggle.
Yeah.
But most people just struggle and stay down like that because they don't have that. They don't shift their attitude and see it as like a promotion. They just see it as like a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. It's really powerful. There's something that, like I'm aware too, that adversity that's going to make you. And that's why I moved, bro. That's why I moved from Cali, because I was too I was in my comfort zone too much. I was like, you know what, I have to get out on my house, because I was, living with my mom. I was like, I have to go out there and, see who I am, And then as soon as I got here, they put me, the ticket took my car, bro, my vehicle, bro. Because I remember, telling God, like, God, I want wisdom, So God gave me problems, So let's see, let's see how you handle it. I was like, fuck, all right. In my mind, I was always like, okay, how can we solve this quick? Don't give that energy, like you said, don't give that time, and just go, bro. And because I've been just living with my credit cards, bro, and I put in, because I know I'm gonna get out of this, and my story is gonna be great. I'm gonna be able to inspire other people too.
Right. You had faith though.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't have faith. Exactly. They're just like, oh my God, what if I spend this money? Exactly. What if it doesn't work out? I'm like, what if it's fear? Even if it's faith. So it's like you had that faith to pursue that.
Yes,
so
since like I met God, like like Wes says, like you even operate from fear on faith. So like I'm going all in, because I don't honestly, just the fact that I'm here in America, like I'm already a millionaire, because where I'm coming from, from a third world country, is like I'm gonna disrespect my ancestors, my family, if I don't make it happen. That's the way I see it. So like, bro, I'm just gonna pay for more information, putting myself out there, and just make it happen, because in reality I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing to lose, Like everything is a plus.
Right.
And there is the problems of many people that they're attached to many things, or to lose, their house, their car, but they're not afraid to lose themselves.
Or God.
Or God.
Yeah. They're more afraid to lose their money instead of lose the relationship with God.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the only thing that you didn't connect to. You connected to everything else in your life except God. I'm like, that's the source right there.
And you know what's crazy? There's a story in the Bible that talks about Job. That book is
it's like the worst story ever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, as somebody who basically God just
give him everything and
took everything.
And you have to be okay with that too, like that's how we're gonna see, like if you really, like, okay, do you really validate yourself for who you are,
right?
So, and the story just talk about like he was, really back then a millionaire, have like everything, families, abundance, everything, and just like the devil, tell God, like, how can your son can love you and pray and everything, but because you're giving him everything.
He only loves you because you're giving him
everything. And he said like, okay, let's see. Right. And he took everything. Yeah. And even though like he couldn't understand, like he went and just, just
made his life worse.
worship God.
Right.
God, and I feel like that's how we're supposed to be too. Like just be grateful for everything, the bad, the good.
I think that's why, like, when I get up in the morning, like, I'm in a penthouse, bro. It's pretty nice. I'm not saying it's like the best of the best of the best. There's always something better.
Yeah.
But that is why I get on my knees. I was getting on my knees to surrender and gratitude before I was in the penthouse. You know what I'm saying? Before I had the Lambo. I was doing that in my little room with roommates before. And now I'm doing it at the penthouse. That's dope. You want to be doing it before and after. You want to be doing it if you have 5 places, you want you don't switch up, is what I'm trying to say. You stay solid. Like I know that this life that I have now and the money, that doesn't make me. Like, that's not who I am. It's a plus of who I've become. Success chases you because you're valuable, but I know that it's just me and God. I mean, look at the view. Like I got this view right here to feel like I'm connected to God. You know what I'm saying? Like to at least symbolize like more of a connectedness. You know?
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's
it's deep. It's deep. Like I think personal development and prayer, personal development and God. Like here's the problem. Here I'll tell you real shit. Like this is probably the best advice that I could give anybody. Personal development isn't going to save your life. It's going to prepare you to have a better relationship with God. God is the only one that could save your actual life. Like, think about this. I could teach you all the personal development in the world. I could tell you everything to make you money, and you could still feel empty. I could tell you how to build your body even better than you have it now. I'd show you everything. You could hire Tony Robbins. You could be with Jim Rohn. You could hire every coach out there and still feel not fulfilled and empty. It's because God isn't present in your life. So personal development is great. But so is God. Like you have to have both. So with my program that I do, I make sure I put in the God component. I don't tell anybody to, whatever way you want to walk, that's on you. But I definitely open that door to be like, hey, remember, you have to report above. You're reporting down below with all this other stuff. Remember to report above, see where it goes. You know, for my calls, on my personal development calls, I know God is present in my calls. Like God has his favor on Team Gas Money for sure, you know?
Yeah, it was fire right there.
Yeah.
So now, bro, what's your mindset? Where do you see yourself going? You know, with your program. What's your purpose? You know, keep impacting people. What's your vision that you have?
Yeah, I think just I mean. My plan is just to create more warriors, bro. Yeah. More warriors, more savage saints, you know? Savage saints. That's what I call my people, savage saints. Because my gym is called Saint Fit. And I just tell people, I'm like, it's called Saint for a reason, you know? But my plan is, honestly, you want to know something? Is I don't really tell people my plans anymore. I used to tell people my plans, but what I realized was that was kind of ignorant. Yeah. In the fact that, like, behind closed doors, I'll tell my people, like, what my plans are. But you never really want to tell, not that I don't trust you. It's just that, like, I realized that not everybody is for you. And you have to be careful as to who you're telling, what your next move is. It's not that I don't have confidence or anything like that. It's just, it's an energetic leak that you don't want to compromise, you know, your vision for. Yeah. But it's not him or anybody. It's just, I tell my people what the plans are and what the mission is, and then I run it from there.
Nice, bro.
You'll see it. By the time you see it, I'll already be on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's definitely the best way to move, you know. But yeah, so... What else can I add to this podcast?
Yeah, oh no, man. Whatever. What you got, man?
What else? Well, I feel like I already.
I mean, shoot, man. Like, what else is there?
Okay, so. For someone who, you know, want to take this path of, you know, helping others, how can they be prepared or like what to expect, you know, in this journey? Yeah,
I mean, this is not a job like you're working on at Target or something. You know, you're not an Uber driver. This is kind of a hard life, to be honest with you. It's not hard. Like, people see my life and they're like, damn, this looks tight. He's recording videos. He's driving in his supercar. He looks sick. Like, all he does is work out all day. I'm like, dude, you're seeing like the best part of it. Like, at least in the world's opinion, you don't see, oh, I'm talking to somebody who's suicidal, somebody who's dealing with depression and anxiety, somebody who wants to kill themselves, somebody who's dealing with drugs and alcohol, all those problems. So just get ready, because you have to be stronger. You gotta be, that's a lot of energetic stress that you have to weather. but that's the reason why I have money, because money's just a reflection of how much value you have. I coach a lot of people, bro. I coach hundreds of people. You know, other coaches coach thousands of people. That's their value. So if you want to be a good coach, you're gonna have to be a strong motherfucker. You're gonna have to have a strong spiritual sense. You're gonna have to be your stress management is gonna have to be very fucking strong. You're gonna have to be a strong motherfucker, basically.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's something that another thing that I want to talk about, because like when I tell people, like because I'm 24, and I also help people to build the habits to get out of that parties, alcohol, and all those negative things, to help them to become the best version of themselves. And other people, like they ask me, like, also, do you have like a degree? They think like you need to have like a degree for
right. No, you don't. I mean, I think those are fine. I have a master's in business administration. Didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
Seriously, I probably make more money than most of those people that I was in the class with. I was just talking to a trainer today. I was like, bro, like, you don't look like a trainer. You don't have any muscle. What the heck are you doing? Like, your money is your report card. Your body is your resume to the world. Like, you have to have the physique. That's your freaking credentials right there. So for me, when anybody asks me like, oh, what is your, credentials? I'm like, look at all these transformations. I'm like, bam, 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 just swipe, all these before and afters. That's my resume right there.
Yeah.
It's good to have if you can, but you got to have results. That's your resume right there.
Yeah.
So you don't need that. All I could tell you, I'll tell you exactly how to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Just follow that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for now, guys. It was a lot of value, a lot of wisdom, and no better than having Gas Money on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We're gonna get here, guys. I just moved from Cali to Miami to make it happen. We're gonna keep praying to God for more wisdom, so that way we can help other people. Give them the real, the real truth. Because there is so many people out there to seeking that truth. And the way I see it, we are, undercovers from God, because we are getting where the church can go. We're getting that message, exactly to the people who need to hear.
Right.
Because there are many religious people, that they're trying to, it's just make rules, when God, all he wants is just having a relationship with you, and He's gonna speak to you, like where you wanna, where He was gonna, take you. What's your purpose here and there? Because we all have a purpose. I just gotta, get rid of all the noises that you have around you, and just, seek God. Seek the kingdom of God first, and everything will be added up.
Facts. That was fire. Listen to that right there. That was gold.
Yeah.
Perfect. That was sick.
Yes, sir.
I love it. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Gas Money 1. I also have a YouTube channel as well. You can find me there, Gas Money. Just type in my name, and that was dope.
Thank you,
I like
appreciate it.
Yeah.